from UK Goosebumps, back with another video. Got my Goosebumps t-shirt on, and yeah, I'm not sure when I last uploaded. I think it was like 7 days ago or something. I haven't worn this mask. I haven't worn this mask in a while, so it's quite uncomfortable. But yeah, and we got a review today, which I haven't done in a while. So yeah, so we're gonna get into the review now. Today's review is going to be part of the 2000 books. I don't know if you just saw it. I think you did. It's gonna be number 15, Scream School. It's really hot today, so this mask is not comfortable. In the UK, it's really hot. It's like 27 degrees or something. Yeah, so as you can see, it's Johnny Scream in there. He doesn't actually look like that in the book, though. How was he described in the book? He does not look like that. Anyway, let's get straight into the book. So this book is about, I forgot what was his name. Jake, it says on the back. I didn't know that. I forgot. It's about Jake and his dad. And I think his dad's name is like Ebony or something. I think it's Ebony. I think it is. And basically he's a movie star. So he makes movies, his dad does. So they're really rich, they live in LA. And Jake's allowed on the sets all the time of the movies. But Jake is really scared of everything. So his dad tries to play tricks on him to make him less scared. To try to get the fear away. Because he thinks scaring him will make the fear go away. So the book starts off and Jake falls off his chair because he gets scared by one of the scenes that he's watching in the movie. So yeah, you can kind of see where the dad's basically trying to scare him to make him not scared, which doesn't really make sense. But yeah, and then another thing after that is when they're on the new movie ground in LA, in Hollywood, like where all the studios are. He goes to this abandoned studio and all these ghouls start chasing him in this other room because he gets locked in by this random caretaker. And this day is his birthday, by the way. So he's like, so he thought his dad would getting something for him maybe, but no, he locked him in a room. And these monsters start chasing him, these ghouls, like from Attack of the Graveyard Ghouls. They're kind of zombies though, I guess. And yeah, they chase him and he manages to get out of this room. And when he gets out, everyone says happy birthday, and there's a group of people, his friends, his dad, his mum, but he's bursting out in tears because his dad just scared him into his birthday, basically. So yeah, the dad's not, he thinks he's doing stuff nice, but he's really not. Another time he's walking back home from school, and no, not from school. I think he's just walking back home. I'm not really sure. No, from his friend's house. That's it. Late at night, and this green mist comes towards him, and out pops Johnny Scream. Now he's terrified of the character Johnny Scream. The person in the mask, under the mask, is actually really nice. And this Johnny Scream person comes out of the fog and says that he's gonna kill him or something like that. And it turns out it was his dad. Again, just trying to scare him. So yeah, you know, it kind of gets a bit boring, and this is why I don't like this book. It's always, you think something's going to happen, but it never does, and this is the hot thing throughout the entire book. And then we get into the main plot of the story, like the middle-ish part of the story, where his dad's found an abandoned school to go shoot his new movie out at, and I think it's like, the movies are actually called Scream School, like the name of the book. And the Scream School series of the movies about Johnny Scream and him going around terrorising kids in like side of schools as like a group of characters, stuff like that. So they found this really cool school site in the middle of the desert, in the middle of nowhere to shoot at. And straight away, Jake hears stories from the other kids who are the extras there, who live in the town, saying how the school got shut down years ago because these kids got locked in overnight, because there was like a thing that happened there and everyone got evacuated apart from these 4 kids, and they could hear screams from inside the school. And then late at night the kids emerged, but they were never the same again. They looked like really shocked and like something terrible had happened. So Jake obviously believes this type of stuff and is terrified to go in. And it's basically the same from the middle now until the end, where all that happens is it goes back and forth from you thinking that something's happening when it's not. So let me think of an example. He goes into the school, and like in the food, there's a bunch of worms and it's rotting and everything, and they think it's because of the ghosts that are doing this, and they hear noises in the night, and like all the paint's been painted over in the night and everything. But then that turns out to just be, one, the food was not refrigerated overnight, and two, that the kids have like messed up the school and stuff. There was never any ghosts. And then towards the end of the book, him and his dad go in, and they go in, and Johnny Scream is there waiting for them, and his dad is terrified. So they all run back because there's loads of ghosts chasing them. Johnny Scream's chasing them. There's flashing lights. There's green mist, and it's like pretty intense, the last bit actually, because like the dad's scared, and you can see that like he's scared. It's quite funny though, because he figures out at the end that Jake just wanted to scare his dad to pay him back for all of this. So all that happened was just Jake planning all of it to scare his dad in the school. And the book literally ends. I can show you the end of the book now. Let me find it. So now, thanks to our clever little joke, Emery, not Ebony, Emery, believes in ghosts, Jake crowed. You guys have to come and visit me in LA. I can't wait to see Emery's face when you show up. They laughed some more, then said goodbye. Jake hurried back to his dad's trailer. As he ran, a final triumphant smile crossed his face. Who's the king of horror, he asked himself. Who's the king of horror? I am. This is because Emery is labelled the king of horror in the movie industry. So all that happens is he scares his dad. There was nothing supernatural in this book. Absolutely nothing. It was, I guess, the thing, like, it's a good book, but the thing, it's like Slappy's Nightmare. The last bits ruin it, but for this, every last chapter ruins it, because it always goes back to the point that none of that ever happened, and it was just, like, fake. So it was kind of like that, and it was like a Scream School, it's like a movie version of the last 2 pages of Slappy's Nightmare. This is what it is, but for the whole book. I'm not a big fan of this book, just for the fact that it keeps on going back to the fact that it's not real over and over and over again, about 4 or 5 times. Especially the end bit, when you think something actually happened, and then it goes back again, just like a Slappy's Nightmare, but for the whole book for this. I'm rating this Scream School 1.5 out of 5. Not a big fan of it, wouldn't read again. But if you guys can make your own decisions on it, if you guys want to see the back real quick, I can show you. Wouldn't recommend it if you if you've read Slappy's Nightmare. It's like this, but for the whole book, so it might irritate you. If you like movie-based things and a different type of Goosebumps book rather than normal supernatural type of stuff, like with ghosts and monsters and stuff, if you want more of a serious Goosebumps book that isn't really like a Goosebumps book, if you get what I mean, a different type, then you probably would enjoy this, because it isn't like a Goosebumps book in the fact that nothing actually supernatural happens. So I understand why people might like this, but I'm not a big fan. So yeah, for Scream School, I rate it a 1.5 out of 5. Thank you for watching, and yeah, thank you, bye.